Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV. I'm Vedant Agarwal. Our lead story, well, the crucial meet to appoint the new election commissioner is set to be held on the 15th of March. The Prime Minister, no less, will be chairing this particular meeting. Remember, the government has nominated Arjun Ram Meghwal, the Law Minister, as part of this election committee. So the meeting will be to appoint Arun Goel's successor. Remember, this comes just days after Arun Goel resigned as the election commissioner. Sunil Prabhu is now joining us live on the broadcast. So Sunil said it's important that this meeting is being held because there were also all these speculations, whether this would be a one-man show as far as the Lok Sabha elections are concerned.
That's right. In fact, it's apart from one-man show, the world is watching. India is under scrutiny. The Election Commission has come under greater scrutiny with the fact that Mr. Arun Goel has suddenly and abruptly resigned. He has cited personal reasons. What we have been told is differences with the Chief Election Commissioner, Mr. Rajiv Kumar, who wasn't even informed about the reason for Mr. Arun Goel resigning, who sent that resignation. He was persuaded by the government not to put in his papers. Now the government, at the last minute, ahead of that announcement, whether it will be done before the announcement or after the announcement is anybody's guess. The Election Commission was to visit Jammu and Kashmir from the 11th to the 13th. 12th was the first official meeting, and then the 13th. And now the fact that the commission, the selection committee will decide from a panel selected by the Law Minister and two Union Secretaries, the chairperson being the Prime Minister, one of the members, the Law Minister, as well as the Leader of Opposition, Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, will have to decide on that panel and that list. This, of course, after the government decided to replace the Chief Justice of India with a cabinet minister nominated by the Prime Minister, which virtually gives them the majority to decide who should be the next election commissioner. So this is interesting times. Of course, as the world watches India's democratic exercise, the Election Commission has come under greater scrutiny.
Sunil, thanks very much for joining us with that update. This, of course, also as the Election Commission delegation is set to arrive in Jammu and Kashmir on Monday. So that's going to be crucial as well. But moving now to the other big political headline, well, the Trinamool Congress has announced its candidates for Lok Sabha. Many interesting names. The TMC has repeated Mahua Moitra but dropped Nusrat Jahan amid the Sandesh Khali Rao. And this also comes as a big jolt to the India bloc because the TMC has announced candidates for all 42 seats. The Congress says that Mamata Banerjee is appeasing the Prime Minister. Take a look.
It's official. It's Akla Cholo Ray for the TMC. The Trinamool Congress announced candidates for all 42 Lok Sabha seats. In a massive show of strength, Mamata Banerjee led them on a specially constructed ramp through the packed Brigade Parade ground.
Mamata Banerjee संदेश भेज दिए हैं.
Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, who has been blamed for the breakdown in Congress TMC ties, hit out at Mamata Banerjee.
মনে রাখবেন তৃণমূল ভার্সেস বিজেপি এখানে কংগ্রেস সিপিএম ওদের সাথে লড়াই চলবে তৃণমূল কংগ্রেস এখানে বাংলায় একা লড়বে আসামেও লড়বে ইউপিতেও লড়বে একটা সিটে অখিলেশের সাথে কথা হয়েছে
ममता बनर्जी की डर है कि इंडिया गठबंधन में अगर शामिल होंगे तो मोदी जी से चुनौती लड़ना पड़ेगी इसलिए कि ईडी सीबीआई को मोदी जी द्वार द्वार भेज देंगे गठबंधन से खुद को अलग करते हुए ममता बनर्जी संदेश भेज दिए हैं कि मुझसे नाराज मत हुआ करो.
In a further snub to the India alliance, the TMC fielded cricketer Yusuf Pathan from Baharampur. And in Malda South, the other Congress-held seat, Oxford graduate Shahnawaz Ali Rehan.
জয় বাংলা জয় বাংলা.
But the TMC, which hit out at the BJP for the recent induction of Justice Gangopadhyay, has given a ticket to promotee IPS officer Prashun Banerjee, who resigned just yesterday. He is the TMC's candidate from Malda North, pitted against sitting BJP MP Khogin Murmu. The young TMC leader and the man behind the Khala Hobe song, Devanshu Bhattacharya, has been fielded from Tomluk, where the BJP is likely to field former Calcutta High Court Judge Abhijit Gangopadhyay.
খেলা
The TMC has fielded 12 women in its list of 42 and expelled Lok Sabha MP Mohua Moitro despite the cash for questions controversy has once again been fielded from a constituency of Krishnanagar. The Sandesh Khali episode has cast a shadow on the TMC list with popular actor and Boshirhat MP Nusrat Jahan being dropped. Also dropped, actor and Jadavpur MP Mimi Chakraborty. The Janagarjan Sabha at the Brigade Parade grounds in Kolkata became the unique Trinamool Congress platform for Mamata Banerjee to introduce candidates for all 42 seats in West Bengal for the upcoming 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Some surprises, some known faces, several women faces as promised by the Trinamool Congress. But the message was loud and clear. No alliance in West Bengal, the Trinamool fighting alone, and a strong popular candidate even in Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary's seat. But this perhaps was the most unique way that Trinamool Congress has introduced candidates. A ramp walk specially constructed for this purpose, with Mamata Banerjee leading all 42 candidates on the walk.
राहुल गांधी के बारे में ममता दीदी क्या सोचती?
The BJP has hit back at the India alliance even as the Congress has still kept the door open.
Today Mamata Banerjee has unilaterally declared the seats. Congress party is looking idhar and udhar. Wherever Rahul Gandhi's kadam takes place, there the India alliance is breaking its dam. And this we have seen time and again.
The BJP is yet to declare candidates in several seats and will be studying the TMC's choice of candidates as it aims to better its 2019 tally of 18 seats. Amit Shah has set a target of 35 out of 42 as the Trinamool aims to regain lost ground. With camera person GD Shankar, in Kolkata, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
So politics heating up in West Bengal. But moving now to other news. Well, sources have told NDTV that the BJP is set to contest all 10 seats in Haryana. The sources also say that, well, there's no BJP-JJP alliance on the cards as far as the Lok Sabha polls are concerned. Well, this as a Congress is set to release its first list for Haryana soon, perhaps on Monday. Mohammad Ghazali is now joining us live on the phone line. So, Ghazali, interesting development there. Give us some context because it also comes on a day when you have a BJP MP jumping ship.
Yes, the BJP's local leadership as well as the RSS has indicated to the party that now the party needs to groom a second rung of leadership, and that is why they want to go solo in the Lok Sabha elections despite being in alliance with JJP in the state government. Now, JJP's Dushyant Chautala and other leaders have been in a wait and watch mode because they wanted to get a confirmation from BJP whether they will give 1 or 2 seats to JJP, which they actually were wanting to, but the Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar had already indicated that the party will win and contest all the 10 seats. So it is becoming increasingly clear that BJP is going to go solo in Haryana. While in the neighboring Punjab, we know that how talks between Akali Dal and BJP is still going on. As far as the Congress's ticket announcement is concerned, it's very interesting that it will come in 2 stages, though there are only 10 seats. So that also tries to show that perhaps the party is going to ensure that it is going to get over the crisis of factionalism within the party.
Right, Ghazali, thanks very much for joining us with that context there. So importantly, as Ghazali mentioned, the BJP is perhaps preparing a fresh rung of faces, fresh faces. So no BJP-JJP alliance on the cards in Haryana for the Lok Sabha polls. But moving now to the other big headline, well, there have been talks of a BJP-BJD alliance, which now perhaps are in their last phase, but ahead of polls, a cryptic BJP statement. Well, the BJP says that it's working on all assembly seats. So what does that really mean? Is there going to be no BJP-BJD alliance as far as Odisha is concerned in the state assembly polls? Well, the Lok Sabha seat sharing is still in the works.
क्या कहेंगे आप? देखिए, मैं सबसे पहले कह रही हूँ कि हमारी पूरी सीटों पे तैयारियां हैं, हम पूरी सीटों पे तैयारी कर रहे हैं, तो आप लोग बार-बार अलायंस पे या आप लोग बना रहे हैं विषय, बाकी ऐसा अभी तक कुछ नहीं है। और जो लगातार बैठकें की जा रही है दिल्ली में, इसके बारे में क्या कहें? तो देखिए, बैठकें तो होती हैं, बिना बैठक के काम कैसे होगा? तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी अपना बैठ रही है और काम कर रही है।
And well, it's poll season, which means it's a season of turncoats. Well, in Rajasthan, several Congress leaders, including former ministers Rajendra Yadav and Lal Chand Kataria, both close confidants of Ashok Gehlot, they have jumped ship and joined the BJP ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. Along with them, 30 Congress leaders have joined the BJP. But meanwhile, in Haryana, setback to the BJP as a senior BJP MP has joined the Congress, and he cited compelling political reasons for him to join the BJP.
आज जो सशक्त भारत बन रहा है उसमें हमारी भूमिका होनी चाहिए, इसी के कारण हमने भारतीय जनता पार्टी का परिवार चुना है.
Meanwhile, down south, the battle for Andhra Pradesh is heating up. Well, just a day after the BJP, TDP and the Janasena finalized their alliance and made it official, the YSRCP held its biggest show of strength in Andhra Pradesh. The rally was attended by thousands and lakhs of supporters of Jagan there. So, of course, there you can see a big show of strength by the YSRCP just a day after the NDA alliance.
మన హీరో సింహం జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి గారు వచ్చేస్తున్నారు. అదిగో మీకు కనిపిస్తుంది.
Show of strength in Bapatla by Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy's YSRCP. This one day after the BJP, TDP and Janasena announced an electoral alliance in Andhra Pradesh.
ఇదే దత్తపుత్రుడి ఫోటో, ఇదే ఇప్పుడు చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు ఢిల్లీకి వెళ్లి ఏకంగా కూటమిగా ఏర్పడి పొత్తులోకి తెచ్చుకున్న మోడీ గారి ఫోటో. వీళ్ళు ముగ్గురు కలిసి చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు సంతకం పెట్టి ఈ ప్రతి పాంఫ్లెట్ ను కూడా ప్రతి ఇంటికి చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు పంపించాడు. ఇందులో ఇచ్చిన హామీలు ఏవైనా కూడా అమలయ్యాయా అని అడుగుతా ఉన్నాను. ప్రత్యేక హోదా ఇచ్చారా అని అడుగుతా ఉన్నాను.
For its fourth Siddham or ready for battle meeting, the YSRCP mobilized over 10 lakh people and is asking why not 175. Jagan Mohan Reddy is banking on his massive rollout of welfare schemes and has dubbed it a class war on behalf of the less privileged against the TDP, who he dubs as capitalists. The YSRCP claims the alliance will help them by bringing them the minority vote. The BJP, TDP and Janasena are hoping to have a rerun of their dream run in 2014 when they fought the election together and Chandrababu Naidu became Chief Minister and the BJP was able to get 2 parliament seats in Andhra Pradesh. In 2019, when they fought the election separately, they were vanquished. Chandrababu Naidu had to lose his Chief Minister chair and Jagan Mohan Reddy became the Chief Minister, winning 151 out of the 175 assembly seats and 22 out of the 25 Lok Sabha seats. The YSRCP has never been part of the NDA but has supported it on all critical issues in Parliament. The BJP is hoping that going with the TDP Janasena may win it some seats to increase its score from the south, as it does not have the required ground strength if it goes alone in Andhra Pradesh. In Bapatla, with camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
So, well, the battle of Andhra would be a key one for the Lok Sabha polls. With that, we'll take a short break. News continues on the other side.